All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all my Dakin. Wa'akwa, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Another video through the spirit, your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Hey, and this one, I've been meaning to get around to this one. Out here in Detroit, y'all, there's this part of the city right by one of the freeways that has these it's a collection of these little tiny fucking Salakia 4 foot by 10 houses 4 foot this way, 10 feet that way, and that's all you got. Right here it says the Tiny Homes Detroit Cass Community Social Services, and so I finally, I drove around it and recorded it. And now, knowing today's economy, right, people are struggling to afford, basic necessities, housing, clothing, food, all that good stuff, right? Esau Edom, knowing this, he has provided an opportunity, here. This place is cheaper and it's affordable, but you barely got enough room to, piss in this mug. So what I did, I rode around to, physically show y'all, how small these houses are. Y'all see, this planet Earth, the Heavenly Father, by way of Yahweh Shai, the elect, he didn't create it so we could be living in houses no bigger than a porta potty, scared, struggling to pay shit. A sin brought death into the world, and this man Esau Edom has capitalized upon it. Rather than, we know America's a large land. There's more than enough space for everybody to have a home, a well-sized home, a good amount of land, and still not see each other. All right, especially, in the western states. But no, what does this man do? He crunches and hunches everyone as best as he can into these metropolitan areas to extract out of you your resources. Why? Because he's a devil. All right, so let me get this real quick. This is one way that we know, one of many. This society cannot continue, y'all. You can't. Life is bigger than a 4 by 10 house. All right. And although, hey, and don't get me wrong, I would slide up in one of them right now. We know what's coming. The end of this world. All this is gonna collapse, right? But truth be told, y'all, you can't have no whole kingdom in a tiny house, man. Come on now. Are the elites living in those tiny houses? No. Are politicians, executives, is Bill Gates living in them tiny houses? No. But they want your raggedy ass in the hood to live in that tiny house while making you work to death in one of their factories until you croak out 6 months after finally retiring at 92. All right. Isaiah 10. Let me go to it. Isaiah 10. Oh, no, 5. Isaiah 5. And I believe it's 8. Yep. Woe to them that join house to house, that lay field to field till there be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. All right. Then this ties in with removing the landmark. Esau Edom has rewritten the boundaries and the lands where Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai gave people to live on the earth. All right. Renamed countries, naming continents. And it tells us that in Psalms, right? I'm going to have to get that. And this has an effect. This has an effect where you live, how you have to live, what you can afford. And his economy isn't getting any better. And this is all forcefully done. This isn't by accident. This isn't because the boomers were greedy with money and, post-World War II, that Esau is breaking down society on purpose. All right, so I'm going to let some of the clips play when I was rolling through. This was yesterday after camp. Rolling through the hood. And these houses, I'm literally, y'all, I've lived in apartments. I've lived in apartments bigger than these houses. All right, there's brothers in the camp. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. I'm sorry, y'all. You could literally, there's certain Jake that's tall enough, you could lay down and your feet could be at the front of the house and your head at the back of the house. Come on now, y'all. This is oppression. Where's the is there even space for a bathroom in there? And it looks like, oh shit, there's a little there was a little garage behind that blue one. It looked like the garage was bigger than the damn house. I seen this, I was like, oh dude, I gotta pull over there. I was like, man, this shit. Yep. You see the you saw the little garage behind it a little bit, man. The goddamn garage was bigger than the fucking house, man. Come on, man. Who ideally, if who wants to live like this? Okay, that was the first clip. Second clip. Yep, solar panels. So that's something else I noticed, and this is that new Edomite way of living. You know, get you some solar panels, save the environment, downsize. Now, yeah, we're going to, you know, we're not, you know, I'm not promoting to be living in no mansion, go live beyond your means. No. All right. Right now, it is smart to downsize, to manage your money, simply get what you can afford, not necessarily what you want. But that's not what creation was originally intended for. Let me go to Genesis, man. We supposed to be what and what? What was the first commandment given to all creation? You can't do that here in Esau Edom society, and this is on purpose. Like the brother Mayaka says in LA, he's talking about Esau. He's an on-purpose demon. The so-called white man is an on-purpose demon. He doesn't do things by mistakes. He knows that what he is doing is causing pain and suffering on a global scale in all aspects. It's not by any coincidence. In Genesis 1, and I'm going to start at 21, and it says, God there, we know that word is Elohim, created great wells and every living thing that moveth. Human beings are living things, all right, as well. So we're created in this period as well, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind, and Elohim saw that it was good. So literally, you know, all the living things spawned up out the water. The first humans spawned up out the water. You know, you have the question that people pose in the world, which one came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, the chicken, nigga, duh, right? So we, you know, humanity spawned up out the waters, and this is before, you know, Adam was given the blessing of the order. But this is in general, right? So when everything was created, everything's coming out, right? It tells you even the birds flew up out the water. Everything. What was told to be done for all of creation here? Genesis 1 and 22. And Elohim blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. So right there, everything was told to multiply. Everything was told to multiply, okay? And it goes further down, you know, the beasts of the field, the creeping things. But the original commandment was told to multiply. You can't be fruitful and multiply in a 2x4 size house. God damn it. You have your bathroom, kitchen, bedroom, and living room. All you got to do to get to each one is spin in a circle. This is not ideal. All right. And the way that Esau Edom, the way, you know, his, you know, these commercials, you know, people get on YouTube and do these podcasts, he will make you think that this is the best way to live on the earth. No land, no animals, just you and your woman, your one woman at that, with 2.5 kids, however that works, in this little tiny house in the hood. But you have solar panels up, so you're saving humanity. While this guy has personal jets, nukes, slave robots, literal slave humans, and everything else, and you're in your tiny house looking crazy. Hey, you know, I would have got out and walked, but you know, I didn't. I saw a couple people out, so I wasn't trying to be, you know, too fucking suspicious. You know, this is still Detroit. Motherfucker will roll up on you. So this is the last clip. This ain't gonna be long of a video. I just wanted y'all to see all this. And, you know, it's decorated. You know, certain people got their houses looking, you know, cute and whatnot. And that just goes to show you, you know, even still, Esau, he's such a asshole. You leave a person alone, they'll try to make the best out of a bad situation. Esau, knowing this, you know, that even when you put people through hell, they'll still try to find some comfortability. That's why you have things like Amazon and Walmart. You know, he knows that everybody wants to have a somewhat decent lifestyle, so he'll put you through hell and he'll set the objects in front of you to buy. So, you know, and he's still profiting off of you. So here it is. He's put you in a lower state, and he's setting up things to still profit off of you. Why? Because he's a fucking demon. Because he's an actual demon. Let me go to that Psalms real quick. This man, he's not good. He don't got a good bone in his body. He don't mean nobody no good. People think he's, you know, oh yeah, this is real good for the environment. We're sitting. No. It would actually be better for the environment if those people were spaced out and everybody had their own farmlands. You know, one family is a carpenter family, one family does the sheep, one family is a, you know, the watermelon growing motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? We need these different things of the earth. We're not supposed to be living in these cookie cutter, wannabe suburban homes that Esau Edom has taught you is the ideal form of life. This shit's destroying the planet outright. Psalms 49 and 11, it says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. So, and that's how we know who he is. He is the one who, you know, he has set up the society in a way which he believes is the best, and that's gonna last forever. This isn't gonna last, y'all. You can see it. If you have eyes to see and ears to hear, you can see it's not gonna last, man. I couldn't. Come on, man. You can't build no kingdom in that little shit. You know, man. The neighbors, you can hear your neighbors from 3 houses out with them tiny ass homes, man. You can hear who committing adultery. You can hear whose kids getting bad grades. You can hear the dog from down the block. Come on now. All by your best bud, Double E. You know, hey, these ain't no super, you know, basic scriptures. You know, sticking to the usual when you're dealing with this topic. We'll go to that Micah, but it's pertinent. It fits. Micah 2:1. Like I said, y'all, while he's living in these big enterprises and living it up, mansions, you know, boats. That's what they want us reserved to. And really, this is just getting us ready. They're trying to get everyone ready for the mark, because they're going to take you from your tiny house ultimately and just put you in a fucking concentration camp. But you're already used to living in minuscule space. So for the people who live there, it ain't going to be a shit. Concentration camp to some of them is going to be a damn upgrade. All right, Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. So like I said, y'all, they're scheming and plotting, creating these plans that they force out into the world that we have to live in that we have to live by and are subject to. All right, you couldn't. Hey man, fuck it, man. Verse 2 says, "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they press a man in his house, even a man and his heritage." All right, straight up. That's oppression. Being forced to live due to the fact that you can't afford anything because they forcibly made everything more expensive. You're being forced to live in a literal fucking shack. You know, a literal. I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of them got outhouses. If they, you know, do they even have, you know, toilet plumbing? You know, I was half tempted to go knock on somebody's door and just straight up talk to them. You know, how did you find yourself? You know, do a podcast style interview. You know, what circumstances led you to this predicament? How much, you know, do one of these things cost? Is it only for rent? Can you purchase it? Give me the breakdown. But, you know, I ain't gonna be all up in nobody fucking business like that. But, you know, I can only imagine, you know, nobody grew, when you was a little kid, right? You weren't born into the world happily and gleefully waiting to get older so you could buy you a house that's 2 foot by 4 foot. You know, oh, I can't wait to give me a little miniature house. No, man, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. Yeah, so that's about it. Let me go back to, yep, so the tiny homes in Detroit, man. Fucking garbage, bro. That's bullshit. So that's about it, y'all. But I just wanted to bring this to y'all's attention. And I know this ain't the only city where they're doing that. The tiny homes thing, you know, you're seeing it because people can't afford shit. Because this guy is breaking down society. And desperate times call for desperate measures. 50 years ago, you wouldn't have been able to convince nobody. They'd have laughed in your face, you know. Especially an Edomite, a proud Edomite, a tiny home. This is, you know, I have my home. This is a $300,000 house, you know, 1,200 square feet, bloopity bloppity bloop. And now this is where you got to go because everything else is too expensive. But that's about it. We give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakach Kodash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the Akim Akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Shalom.